Welcome back everyone to this lecture on Select Distinct. Sometimes a table contains a column that has duplicate values, and you may find yourself in a situation where you only want to list the unique or distinct values in that column. The distinct keyword can be used to return only the distinct values in a column. The distinct keyword operates on a column, so that means the syntax looks like this. We say select, and then distinct right in front of whatever column we're interested in grabbing the unique or distinct values from, and then we'll specify what table this column is in. Sometimes, to clarify which column distinct is being applied to, you could also add in parentheses for clarity. So note that distinct on a column works with or without parentheses. This is what it would look like with parentheses. And again, it will work without parentheses as well. Later on, when we learn about adding more calls, such as a count call and a distinct call together, some sort of parenthesis structure will actually be necessary to clarify what is actually being called on what. But we're going to see that in a future lecture. Let's first think about what does it actually mean to call distinct on a column. Imagine a table of people who were surveyed to choose a color. So here we have the names of the person, just their first name, and then the color choice they made. Let's imagine we actually called select distinct from the name column from the color table. We'll notice that we have two instances of David inside this name column, which means when we actually select the distinct names from this table, it's going to return back the following, just the unique first names in this actual column. Keep in mind that given the previous example, we don't really know if the person of the name David was a duplicate entry who happened to change their color choice later on as the same person, or if it was two different people that happened to have the same first name. Calling distinct on this particular column just answers the question, what are the unique first names that are there in that table or in that column? It probably makes more sense to ask how many types of unique color choices were there. So what we can do is say select distinct choice from the color table, and here we have all the distinct or unique color options that were chosen. Let's go ahead and see a couple more cases of when distinct would be useful. We're going to jump over to pgadmin. All right, here I am at the query editor. What I'm going to do is first explore the film table. And there's different ways I can do this. Since this is a pretty small database, I could either expand on this film table to see what columns are available, film ID, I could scroll over here, title, description, or I could just say the following, select everything from film. And it's okay to do this since this is basically kind of a toy database and toy table. It's not going to be huge. So we'll go ahead and just run that. And we can see here we have the film ID, the title, description, release year, language ID, and I can keep scrolling to see other information and other columns that are available inside of this film table. So let's think about what kind of questions distinct can help answer. Distinct really helps when we want to know the unique values inside of a column. And if we take a look at these actual tables here, something we may want to know are how many different release years do we have inside of this film database. And what we can do here is say select distinct, and I'll put it in all caps since we're treating it as a SQL keyword. You can see it's highlighted as such. And then we'll call it on release underscore year from film. So if I run this, what's happening here is it's going to return back just 2006. So this quickly answers the question, how many unique release years do we have inside this film table? And it ends up we just have one. All of these films were released in 2006. If we take a look back at this, I should also note that we can add in parentheses. And we can see here that it's directly connected to distinct. And if we run this, we'll get back the exact same result. And for some people, this is more legible coming back to their old SQL queries. It works either way, so it's really up to you if you want to use parentheses or not. Let's come back and take a look at the entire table again, just so we can check out the columns. You'll notice here we have the release year. Something else that's interesting are the rental rates. And it does look like we have different numeric rental rates. So some movies rent for $4.99, some rent for 99 cents, others rent for $2.99. Distinct can help us answer the question, how many unique rental rates do we have? What we can do then is just say select distinct, and with or without parentheses, we can say on rental rate. We'll go ahead and run this. And here we can see that we have three distinct rental rates, essentially a low tier at 99 cents, $2.99, and $4.99. Later on, we'll be learning how to actually sort these or order them based off a certain value. But right now, PostgreSQL just returns back information as efficiently as possible. So you may actually get these in a different order depending on your operating system. All right, that's it for the lecture on Select Distinct. Coming up next, we're going to quickly test your new skills by giving you a quick little challenge on Select Distinct. I'll see you there.